picture on my mirror. Start to blush when somebody says your name. In my stomach there's a pain. You walk in my direction, I go the other way.
Is she a booktube girly? Hi guys, my name is Kaylin and I am new to booktube. I am not new to reading though, but I am excited. This video is going to be the Booktube Newbie tag. This is the first video for this channel. This channel is new, something that I wanted to start with 2024. I want to be more in tune with my hobbies and things that really make me happy and bring joy to my life. My middle name is Joy, so I just thought that would be fitting. And yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes. I plan on this channel being something very fun, where the girlies and the guys can meet to, you know, just have a common place to share our interest and love for reading. So I hope that you guys enjoy this video of getting to know me, and let's get into it. So there's 10 questions. The first question is, why did you start this channel? So like I just said, I started this channel just because I want to get more into my hobbies in 2024. 2023, actually 2022, I started reading a lot more when I had my daughter. My daughter came early and we had a long NICU stay, so I was in the hospital for a long period of time with her, and I started reading a lot more then. And then when I got home, just adjusting to motherhood, I started reading a lot, and I started reading like Colleen Hoover books and stuff, and that kind of just sparked my passion for reading again. And I was like, oh my gosh, why haven't I done this in so long? And I feel like after college I didn't really have time on my hands to do things. So in high school I was a heavy reader. When I was younger I was a heavy reader, but I went to school for nursing, so I was busy, as you can imagine. And then once I graduated I started working full-time, so I didn't really have time to, like, you know, sit and do things. So life hit me hard and I finally found the time to get back into doing things that I enjoy now that I'm at a good place in my life. So that is why I started this channel, is because I love to read and I am finally getting back into it, and it's just been so exciting. And I live on YouTube. Like, I already have a YouTube channel, but I wanted to do a new channel to just do book stuff on here, just like my hobby and books. I watch Booktube at least once a day. I watch multiple people and I love the videos, and I'm like, I can do this too, so why don't I? Because it would be something that I enjoy watching it, so let's do it this year. So that is why I started this channel. What are some fun and unique things you can bring to YouTube? So I love YouTube. I just started editing my own videos last year, early last year. My husband was editing them for a while, but now I'm in the swing of things. I love it. I love creating. I love filming the videos. I am interested in bringing what I already do into this space. And little about me, I am a nurse. I am a mom of one. I have a daughter that's 1.5. I'm married, so I'm a busy girl. I just got done grad school, so it's interesting to find time to do the things that you love as an adult. I really want to stress putting the time for yourself in each day. Like, we can get so caught up in the things that we need to do in work and school and taking care of others and taking care of ourselves, but we need time to pour into ourselves and do the things that we love and that we find enjoyment by. So that is what I hope to bring to this channel, is to inspire and spark the passion in others to read or do whatever hobby that they like to do. What are you most excited about for your channel? Just that it's gonna be fun. Like, this is my hobby channel. Like, I'm not as serious, like, I'm not serious, but I'm not gonna be all into like the analytics and the views and all this kind of stuff on this channel, because I'm starting this channel just for fun, just to do what I love doing. So I'm excited to see the journey that this channel will be on this year. What do you love reading? So I am a romance girly. I love romance. I am a hopeless romantic. I like rom-coms. So that's most of the books that I read. But this year I read the ACOTAR series, and I just want to say I have not found anything to fill my heart as much as this series has so far. So I'm going to be on, like, it's going to be interesting to find, is there another series that is going to grab my heart like this one? Because I read way when I was younger the Maximum Ride series by Jane Patterson, which is like a YA fantasy, I guess you could say. And I love that. But ever since I stopped reading that and like time went on, it was just like romance, romance, romance. And I never thought that I would be like into fantasy as an adult, but I love it. Give me all of it. Give me more. If it's like ACOTAR, I need it. But I'm interested in broadening my reading this year and getting into other genres and trying them because I'm so boxed in when it comes to, you know, your comfort reads. You like to read what you like to read. So mostly I read romance, mystery, and thriller. I love Frida McFadden. I love The Silent Patient. So far, The Silent Patient is top tier for me. I haven't found a mystery thriller that I liked as much and that got me like all in as much as The Silent Patient, so I'm interested to see if I can find one this year. So romance, mystery, thriller, and like fantasy romance, I would say. But I do like action stuff. Like my husband was even surprised. Like I like Marvel, I like all that kind of stuff. Like I love action. I will go see any action movie. I'm all for it. So anything along those lines is my thing. Next question, what book series got you into reading? So like I said, the Maximum Ride series is basically the first series I think I've ever read, and it was lengthy, but now I can say as far as for fantasy, the ACOTAR series is the one that is really getting me into series and getting me into heavy reading. I think that series is the biggest book I've ever read, and I ate it up. So give me more. I'm ready. 2024. Okay. What questions would you ask your favorite booktubers? I don't know. That's kind of hard. I guess something as like a reader, we know that we all have different interests and stuff. So I guess when you're coming onto a platform, figuring out how everyone should accept that other people have different viewpoints on books, like especially with rating them. I think that's like the biggest thing I would ask is how do you go about having conversations on a book that you might have loved and someone thinks is the worst book ever, because you get so passionate. You're like, don't talk about this book, like don't talk about ACOTAR, don't talk about it, because I love that book. But you know, being open to other people having their own opinions and, you know, reviews on books, I think that would be my biggest question. And then all my mom readers out there is, especially of toddlers, when are y'all finding the time to read? Because right now I try to read at night when I put my daughter down to sleep, and you know, you get like a good hour in, but like I need some time during her nap time. I try to read, but there's so many things that I have to get done. So I'm thinking that most of the things that I see is that people wake up early. Like I know Shaughnessy wakes up early, and I'm just like, I'm not a morning person. So maybe I can try to start trying to be a morning person, but I work night shift as a nurse, so it's kind of hard to do all that. But someone help me. Like if you're a mom or you have like a lot of stuff going on, you're in school, you just have a busy schedule, when do you find the time to read? I've also started listening to audiobooks this year while driving and stuff, and that's helped me get in some reading time as well. So that's something new that I've been trying. What challenges will be the hardest with Booktube? I think for me the biggest challenge is just gonna be like separating it from my other channel as far as, you know, subscribers and how a video does. Like this is strictly just like my hobby. If it happens to go in a different direction and do well, great, but that's not what I'm making this channel for. So I think differentiating between my channels and keeping it separate and not being so focused, because my other channel is more like branding, marketing. I'm trying to, you know, figure out what my viewers want to see, put out good content that's, you know, unique and authentic to me and that goes along with my brand that I do. So just having this channel as something that's just a hobby, I think is going to be a challenge, because I like to do my best in everything that I do. So it's going to be hard not to look at the analytics and, you know, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it. The next question is, when did you start reading? So when I was younger, I started reading. I don't know what age, but I've always been like a nerd. I'm a school girly, which is why I went back to get my master's, and eventually I'll probably go back and get my doctorate. But I am a nerd at heart. I love to read. I've always loved reading. As a little girl, I would go to the library all the time and I would have my romances. I'm trying to think of who I used to read. I don't even have any of the books. My mom has like all my books still at home, but my parents were also like heavy, like they had a library in there, like a library in the house and books everywhere. Like they were very much readers, and I think I kind of just fell into that. But I always as a little girl was in the library, trying to go to the library, check out books. I would read books in a couple hours, get through books in a day. This has always been something that I've loved doing. whenever I was like grounded or something, my mom would take my books from me because I didn't care if I was stuck in my room and didn't go anywhere. As long as I had my book, like, you can ground me. I was fine. So she ended up taking my books when I was grounded. So that's how you know reading is my thing, and it brings me enjoyment. So I started when I was young. Where do you read? So now I am fortunate enough to have created my own little reading nook in my office. I have a room in my house where I do like my crafting, my YouTube stuff. My closet is in here, all that kind of stuff. I had an Etsy shop, and so I used to do all that stuff in here as well. But now I've kind of expanded it into half of it being my reading room, and I'm hoping to add in some more shelves and everything in here so that it can be legit. So I'm excited about that. But I have this little reading nook in my room, and sometimes I read in my bedroom. I'll read anywhere. I'll read downstairs in my living room. I'll read in the car. I'll read at people's houses. I'll read anywhere. I'll bring my Kindle, like anywhere, but that's where I mostly read when I'm home. And then, oh, I answered one of the questions out of order. So we already talked about what kind of books do I read. Now we're gonna talk about why do I love reading. I just love reading because it's literally like watching a movie. Like, you get immersed into this whole new world, and without the effects of screen time, and I get migraines when I look at screens for too long. So like, reading a book is just wonderful. Like, I feel like I'm watching a movie. You get into these different worlds, you get to know these characters. And then something about me, I like reading books that are real and like you can relate to them. Taylor Jenkins Reid, all her books are like, well, all the ones that I've read so far, I really enjoy the aspects that she touches on because it's real life stuff. And I just read her book, Maybe in Another Life, and I thought that was so good, and it was just so relatable, like different things like that. So as you know, I grew up and I'm still growing up and learning life. Like, it's just nice to see how these authors put this real life stuff in a book and make these stories that are so relatable, so heart-wrenching, and it's just like, it's amazing. And then you have ACOTAR that like brings you on this whole adventure, and it's just so fun. Like, I don't know, when people are like, how do you read? Like, how do you not? Like, it's literally like watching a movie. I don't know. I love it. It's so fun to me. It brings me so much enjoyment. So that's why I love reading. Just like people would love watching movies or love doing anything, like any kind of hobby. It's just fun. And I love buying books. I love the way they look on my shelves, okay? It's just so fun. And the romance. The romance is like, where do they get these men from? Like, you know it's not real. Twisted series, come on. ACOTAR, I'm not even gonna state who, but y'all know who I'm talking about. I love him, and I just can't get over that book, so excuse me as I talk about it all the time, which I probably will continue to. But that is it for this tag. Those are all 10 questions. I hope that you guys enjoyed it and got to know me a little bit more. Stay tuned for what's to come on my channel. I plan on posting every Wednesday. Give or take, some weeks you might get a little extra video if I have the time and I'm up for it and I just want to do it, but every Wednesday there will be a video out on my channel. So expect, you know, the book vlogs, book shopping with me, reading vlogs, all kinds of stuff. Anything, you know, I'm gonna try to do it. Anything I want to do, I'm gonna do. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. It was nice to meet you guys, and I hope that you like this video. Comment down below anything, introduce yourself, let's get to know each other, build this community, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.
You